Hello out there. I come before you today because the people, the alien guys that put the little thing in my head, and they gave me a message to tell all of you out there. They tell me that the message is that there is going to be big doom coming. Doom is coming. And they're telling us what is happening. They said, here very soon, because they want to warn us about all of this. And very soon, there's going to be really big earthquakes. And really a whole lot of volcanoes erupting. And there's going to be weird storms, and it's all going to come together, and the earth is going to open up like a big pit. Like a really big sinkhole, and everything's just gonna fall inside the sinkhole, and everybody's gonna be gone, and then there's gonna be another earthquake, and the hole is gonna cover up, and nobody's gonna be left. Everybody's gonna be inside that little hole. And they say that this is gonna happen soon. They say we're not very nice to the earth, and so the earth is getting ready to fight back. And I said, what do you mean we're not being very nice to Earth? Is it because we're drilling holes into the ground? And they said, no, not because the hole's drilled into the ground. I said, is it because of nuclear power? And they said, no, not because of nuclear power. I said, is it because of the ozone hole? And they said, no, it's not because of the ozone hole. And I said, well, what could possibly... Is it because we want to blow up everybody? And he said, no, it's not because you want to blow up everybody. If everybody was blown up, then the earth wouldn't have this problem. And I said, is it because of them gases were put up in the air? And he said, no, none of that. And I said, well, what's the problem? What are we doing that are so bad? And they said, you humans are eroding away the earth, and the earth is getting tired of being eroded away. And I said, well, how are we eroding away the earth? And he said, layer by layer. He said, the aliens up there said, 1,000,000 years ago, Earth was 3 times as big as what it is today. And I said, wow, that's big. And he said, yeah, but now it's been eroded away that much, and there's not much left, and so you need to stop doing this, or the earth is going to swallow you up. I said, well, what can we be doing that's that bad? And they said, you humans make the world erode away because of what you do every day. You guys don't care. You just erode it away with what you're doing. I said, what do you mean what you're doing? He said that every time you release your inner stuff, it takes the layer of the earth away. And I said, what do you mean? He said, yeah, every time you release your inner stuff, and it goes down, and it gets into the ground, and it just eats the dirt away. I said, you're a crazy man, aren't you? And he said, no, I'm not. I'm being serious. The only way to stop the doom is to stop relieving yourself. And I said, well, what can we do? And he said, the only way to stop is to have it surgically transported out into space. And I said, well, how did they do that? And he said, well, we're going to give you the technology. We're working with your scientists now, but the scientists are afraid to tell people. That's why we want you to tell people. I said, oh, I don't know. This sounds kind of fruity to me. And they said, no, you got to tell everybody that the scientists are working on these teleporters, kind of like Star Trek-y, except for when you got to go potty, when you got to go release yourself, you you go and you stand on it, and these guys push some buttons and go bloop 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 beep beep boop bop beep, and then this light will swirl around and go ooh, and it locks on to your inner stuffs, and it makes your inner stuffs disappear, and it makes it pop out there into space where it ain't gonna hurt nobody. And that's what we got to do. And they said we don't have much time, so you need to encourage your scientist friends to work faster to find a way to do this to be safe. Because if we don't, doom is going to happen soon, and the world will swallow you all up so that it doesn't get eroded anymore. That's the message, and I still think it's kind of weird, but they told me to tell you, so I'm telling you now, so you know that that's where it's going to be. That's how doom's going to happen if you don't stop releasing yourself and eroding away the earth. But the only problem I see with that is somebody's going to be flying their spaceship and their inner stuff's going to splatter on their window. But the alien told me not to worry about that. They said, that's not your problem. You're not in space. So, okay. But that's the message they want me to tell you. So now I did my part and I told you. Now you need to tell all your scientisty friends to hurry up and work to teleport to do that to save the planet. Okay.